not only useful for the practical labs, it is useful even for the lab setup when you get into some company. Most of the companies, if you are joining, if that software company doesn't have any kind of lab setup like this, then you should set up your own lab. I mean to say, like, you should be in a position to set up the Kali Linux. 60 to 70% of the companies doesn't know how to set up this lab for doing the penetration testing. It is very simple, just 2 or 3 softwares. You need to install it and then make sure your Kali Linux is ready for doing penetration testing. As discussed in the previous session, I have asked you to download some of the softwares, right? At least by now, I expect these first two should have got downloaded. If not, you try to download the first one, then the third one, because the second one is around 2.3 GB, the third one is around 800 MB. Okay, I'll show you for one of the image how do you set up virtual image, then rest you have to do it. Okay, for time being I close this. Has anyone already done the setup for Kali Linux? How many of you are done with the Kali Linux setup? No one? Ramya, done with Kali. Okay. How about download? I'll take any of your system for explaining the first software installation. Okay. VMware. If anyone has downloaded this software and you haven't installed in your system, then you have to share your screen so that I'll explain how to install this VMware, the first one. Then if you have downloaded Kali Linux, I'll explain you how to set up the Kali Linux. WinRAR, you need to install it as a second software, second or third. Okay, let us begin. Okay, Raja wants to share the screen. You can share the screen, Raja. Go slow, just follow my instructions one step after another. Okay, you have already installed it. No, I don't want the installed software. Hold on. Let your system be like this. I'll come back to you. I want to show the installation of this VMware. So I need some system where, is there anyone who has downloaded the Kali Linux and not installed in your computer? Just download it, that's it. Didn't install it. Everyone install the software? Okay, Madan Mohan ready. Okay, share the screen, Madan. Other members, you have to follow the same approach for doing this lab setup. Okay, so once you download, the softwares will be downloaded in the downloads folder or any custom folder which you have mentioned. Go to the downloaded folder, Madan. You have downloaded to the F drive, cyber security hacker book. Okay, where is the VMware software? Okay, that is the VMware software. You need to double click on that for installation. You can click on open or else right click to open, that is also fine. Go slow, just follow my instructions. Along with VMware, we see softwares like WinRAR, Kali Linux, zip file, and then Windows 7 ISO file are there. I'll show you like each and every setup here. Refer this video if you want to set up the lab by your own. In case if you are not able to do it or if you require software, tomorrow staff will be available from 9:30 to 1:30. You reach the office in that time and then get it set up. Okay. The location will be shared by Urmila. She'll be sharing you the location and address of the institute. Try to finish it up by tomorrow, either offline or online. Online also staff will be available. We need to install one more software, that is AnyDesk, or what is the other one? TeamViewer. TeamViewer. Okay. Either of these softwares are required for us to take your system remotely. Yes, I'll share the link for the TeamViewer. Madan, what is the RAM for your system? 8 GB RAM. Okay. Somehow the system is a little slow. Okay. Let us see. Download Windows 16 Pro for Windows. We are installing the VMware on Windows system, right? It's like it is taking a lot of time. Is there anyone who has just launched the VMware workstation? Check if you have already launched this UI. Raja. No, no. I want to show the VMware installation. In your system, already it is installed. Just download it in your computer and we want to install now. Okay, wait, wait. It is getting ready. See the progress, Madan, the last icon. Click on that. Wait, wait, let it go. Yeah, click on that VMware installation launcher. Just one click and leave it. Other members try installing it. If you have doubt, let me know. And the instance is already running. Click on OK. Select that prompt. You have run multiple times, I think. Anyone else who are in the same phase? Okay, Madan, you let me know once you launch that UI. Okay. Meantime, I'll be explaining you. Click yes. If your system restarts, again you connect back. Okay. I'll show you the installation of TeamViewer now. Everyone try to install the TeamViewer in your laptops. Go to the google.com. Just type TeamViewer for Windows 10 or Windows 11. Select the second link, home download. Download for 64-bit. Click on that. That's it. Automatically, the download will start and you need to install this. Sending you the link for your reference. It is already installed, TeamViewer, I guess. Launch it. So whenever you want to give the remote connection to us for the staff, you need to provide your ID and then the password. Once you give these details, you will get a prompt to allow or deny. Okay, you need to click on allow so that we take a remote access. Remember this, right? Okay. Because all of you are done with the VMware installation or any challenges? I think everything it is straightforward. You just need to select 30 days trial, and after the installation, you have to launch the VMware. Just like the other softwares, you need to launch it from start menu or from the desktop shortcut. VMware Workstation Pro, not the player. Okay. Once you launch this VMware player, there are two options. One is open a virtual machine. This is for images. Already the OS image is already there. Okay, you just need to open that. The other one is create a new machine. This is used for IS. This option is used only for ISO file, that is Windows 7 in our labs. Open a virtual machine. Before you open a virtual machine, what you have to do is you need to extract the downloaded software. So what does it mean? By default, after the installation, it will be a zip file. Okay, you need to right click and click on extract to Kali Linux. Then you will be able to see the Kali Linux folder. Similarly, Metasploit, right click and extract to the Metasploit folder. Once you extract, these two are images and you should be able to load it from your VMware. Click on open a virtual machine. Now I want to launch Kali Linux. Go to the folder where exactly your extracted softwares are loaded. Okay, go to OS. So it is listing only the folders, not the zip file or the compressed file. Okay, select Kali Linux. This is the image. Click on open. That's it. Your Kali Linux image is ready, but based on your RAM for the physical system or the base OS, you need to select this configuration. I'm going to launch even the Metasploitable Linux file. Open. Either you can select the open a virtual machine, or directly you can launch it from file, open. If it is an ISO file, you need to select new virtual machine. If it is an image, you guys able to see the screen, everyone? Okay. Obuleshu, do one thing, disconnect and reconnect back. Okay. Click on open. Earlier I have selected Kali Linux. Now I'll select Metasploitable Linux. This is the DBW application target website. So two images I have selected. You have to configure the RAM as per your physical OS. Physical OS in the sense your laptop. My laptop has 8 GB RAM, so I'll allocate 2 GB for Kali Linux. For Metasploitable Linux, I have allocated 1 GB. So 1 GB for Metasploit and 2 GB for Kali Linux. What is the RAM, maximum RAM that can be utilized by the laptop or the physical OS? Can I get the answer? Physical OS means this is the one, Windows 10 system. For the Windows 10 system, I have installed the VMwares. Physical OS or base OS we call. What is the maximum RAM it can utilize if these two systems are running? These two virtual machines are running. Maximum RAM for the physical OS or the laptop. I am allocating 2 GB for Kali Linux, 1 GB for Metasploit. Then what is the maximum RAM I can use it for laptop? Laptop in the sense physical OS. Kali Linux is an operating system within the operating system. Metasploit is also one more operating system. If you are allocating 2 for Kali, 1 for Meta, then the rest is 5 GB. Okay, maximum RAM that can be allocated is 5 GB. So as of now, these are turned off. But if it is turned on, 5 GB. Now the laptop is utilizing the complete 8 GB. But the moment you turn it on, it will occupy the 5 GB. So let me give you one more scenario. My laptop has 4 GB RAM. I have allocated 1.5 GB for Kali Linux, 1 GB for Metasploitable Linux. What is the maximum RAM my laptop can use it? One 1.5 GB. Yes, exactly. Okay, one more scenario. My laptop has 4 GB RAM. I have allocated 2 GB for Kali Linux, 1.5 GB for Metasploitable. What is the maximum RAM my laptop can use it? I have configured, okay, that is 0.5 GB. Very simple math calculation. Even a second standard or third standard student will be able to answer this. Okay. Now I'll ask you a question where a security engineer has to answer. Okay. Fine. The same configuration, 2.5 GB for Kali Linux, 1 GB for Metasploitable Linux, and the laptop has 4 GB. Do you see any issues when you turn on the laptop? If yes, what kind of issues do you see? What kind of issues do you see? You are trying to allocate maximum RAM for the Kali Linux, but you want this Kali Linux to be faster. Similarly, 1 GB for Metasploit, you want the Metasploit also to be faster, but the actual OS, physical OS laptop, you are allocating very less RAM, it will crash or it will be very slow. You will not be able to work it. You will not be able to work with that kind of configuration. So what you have to do, always remember 40% of the RAM you allocate for the physical OS. Physical OS means laptop. Okay, 40% of the RAM. You can give like 1.5 and 0.75 for Metasploit and 1.75 for the physical OS if we have the 4 GB RAM. What in case if you want to run Windows 7 along with Kali Linux and Metasploitable? Don't run that. If you are having 4 GB RAM, only two virtual machines you run it, or else you'll not be able to work. That is a challenge. But only few labs are there like that. Most of the labs are like you require two virtual machines. If you are having 8 GB RAM, allocate 2 GB for Kali Linux, 1 GB for Metasploitable, another 1.5 for Windows 7. That's it. If you are having 8 GB. How do you configure these RAM and processors? After you launch this virtual machine, if you are having 6 GB RAM, 2 plus 1 plus 1, that is also fine. Click on edit virtual machine settings. In case if you want to modify the RAM at any point of time, click on the settings, edit virtual machine settings, select the RAM. You can drag this one either up or down to set the RAM. And processors, Kali Linux, you put dual processors, 2,2. Hard disk, leave it as it is. Don't do any changes. 80 GB is fine. If it is showing 80 GB, keep as it is. Network adapter, keep NAT. Okay. Don't go for bridge. Bridge means you'll not be able to get the internet connection. It depends on a lot of other settings. So select NAT. Click on OK. Similarly for Metasploitable again, click on edit virtual machine settings. By default, it will be 0.5. You need to set it to 1 GB. Even hard disk, by default, it will be 8 GB. Try to expand to 15 GB. Okay, you click on expand. You select 15 GB and expand it. Okay, and then click OK. Once you set the configurations, you have to turn on the Kali Linux and Metasploitable Linux like this. Operating system within an operating system, virtual OS. Remember the username and password for Kali Linux. Username as Kali, password as Kali. That's it. Kali gamma Kali. Login. The set of commands which you require to operate Kali Linux, I'm going to explain it later. For now, just launch terminal, the black icon or the top left corner. Click on the terminal. How do you find the IP address in a Linux operating system? How do you find the IP address? Remember, for Linux operating systems, it is ifconfig. You need to prefix with sudo. Sudo ifconfig. Use the password as Kali. Now you got the IP address of your Kali Linux. 192.168.150.129. Is this public IP address or private IP address? External or internal? Revise all the concepts every day, okay? Because we get the same topics every day. Always we are dealing with web technologies and Linux. This is the internal IP address 10.x.x, 172.16.x.x, 192.160.168.x.x. These are the private IP range. Fair enough. Now you got the IP address of Kali Linux. Go to Metasploitable Linux, similar way. Try to turn it on. Remember the username and password for Metasploitable Linux. Can anyone tell me what is the username and password for Metasploitable Linux? What is the username and password for Metasploitable Linux? I see username. What is the password? I want both username and password. You should give like username / password. When I ask you something, you need to pay attention. The answer is there over the screen. What is the last line says? Login with msfadmin / msfadmin to get started. Okay. So give the username msfadmin, and then it is prompting for the password. What is the password? Same password. When you type the password, it will not be visible over the screen, but still you need to type it. Remember, it will not be visible over the screen when you try to type the password. Still, you have to type msf admin and enter. That's it. We are able to connect to the terminal. What is the IP address of this system? Again, type if config. Enter. The, the IP address of Metasploitable Linux is 192.168.150.128. This one is 129. Kali is 129. Metasploitable Linux is 128. So everyone has to do a similar setup. Get the private IP addresses of both the systems and post it over the chat window. Like Kali, my private IP address is 192.168.150.128. 129. 129 is Kali Linux. And 128 is Metasploitable Linux. Metasploitable Linux, we are setting it up because of the application called DVWA. Like this, all of you has to do and post it in the chat window. If you get stuck at any point of time, I'll help you. You have to share the screen, then I'll help you to resolve any kind of issues. Is it clear? Say yes if you are good. And if you have any challenges, I'll clear on the concept what you have to do it in the next one day, the next 2 days. Today and tomorrow you have the time. Try it out. If you find any kind of hardware compatibility issues, I'm sure like most of you get some BIOS issues, hardware compatibility issues, OS compatibility issues. So if you get such kind of issues, my staff will help you. Okay. This is the approach. Even when you get into some company, if they don't have the lab setup, mainly you have to set up the Kali Linux, not the Metasploitable Linux. You need the attacker system. That's it. Your time starts now. Try to set up the lab, and if you get stuck at any point of time, do message me. I'll be here. And remember, tomorrow 9 o'clock to 9:30 to 1:30. Okay, either offline or online. If you are nearby, come to the institute and get it set up. Or if you are far, like Hyderabad, Bangalore, install TeamViewer. Our staff will try to connect you. Gautami, what is a laptop processor? i5 it should support. Sunday try to come between 10 to 12. Saturday 9:30 to or 10 to 1 o'clock. Okay, we'll open our office, but staff will be available from 10 to 2. Sunday 10 to 12. Monday, yes. In case if it is not possible on weekend, you guys can get in on Monday. Don't try to set it up on Windows 7. Windows 7 will not work most of the cases. Saturday 10 to 2 o'clock or 1:30. Okay. Yes, you guys can come even today. No issues. Metasploitable password, MSF admin, MSF admin. If you see any issues during the setup, do message me now. Now itself we can resolve too. Okay, you have to share the screen so that I'll guide you. Then how about for Windows 7? Windows 7, I told you, you have to select new virtual machine and locate the ISO file. I don't think ISO is with me. We'll discuss this later. Okay. Windows 10, Windows 11. Once you are done with the setup, post me the internal IP address of both the systems, Kali Linux and Metasploitable Linux. Okay, post the internal IP address of both the systems. Another 10 minutes, then we'll be done for today. If you are done with the setup, you can leave the session, no issues. Today's timings are between 11 to 5. 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you guys can come to the institute. We have the staff, they'll help you. Okay, I see a question. How do we stop the Kali Linux? I'll show you that. Very simple. We have the on or off options. Kali Linux is there. Now it is running. I want to turn it off. You see some orange button, right? Drop down is there. Click on that. Power off. That's it. Don't suspend guest. Just power off. It will be turned off. Are you sure? Yes. That's it. Again, if you want to turn it on, click on power on. That's it. Any doubts, anyone? How do you come out from your Kali Linux or Metasploitable Linux? Now that you see hand symbol, right? If it is a hand symbol, it means that you are in the control is over the base operating system, that is physical OS. If you see any hand symbol when you place the mouse or the Kali Linux. If you want to get into the virtual system, you need to do one click. The moment you click, the hand symbol goes up. So now the control is in the Kali Linux. Provide username and password. Enter. The control is still in Kali Linux. Like this. Now, how do you come out of this Kali Linux? You need to type Control plus Alt. The moment you type Control plus Alt, again you will be able to see the hand symbol. Okay? Type Control plus Alt. So the control is now in the physical OS, that is a laptop. If you want to get the control into the Kali Linux, again one more click on the screen. That's it. See, right? That's how I need to shift between Kali Linux and the physical OS. Okay, any other doubts? Try this lab setup. It will not be so easy, but you need to go through my video one after another, each and every step. Okay. Will you be able to do it by tomorrow evening? All the lab setup, everyone? Yes, Sunday evening is also fine because from Monday we'll start our practicals. I would expect for Monday's class, all of you should have the DVWA and Metasploitable Linux and Kali Linux. Okay, thank you so much. In case if you have other challenges, most oftenly seen issue is there will be a problem with Windows OS. I'll show you later. We require ISO file. I don't have it. I'll show it sometime. First download it, then I'll show it in the tomorrow session or Monday session. You need to restart your laptop, get into the BIOS and enable the VMware settings. In case if you get some message like hypervisor has to be okay, hypervisor has to be enabled like that. Fair enough. We are leaving little early today. Have a great weekend. Try to set up the lab, and Sunday we'll have a revision session either from me or from our staff. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. We'll start the practical labs. Very interesting labs. I'm sure like definitely you guys are going to enjoy the lab sessions. We are done with the theory.